My aunt posted on Instagram with my ex, so I commented something everyone needed to see. My Aunt Gracie always had to win at everything. At my graduation, she literally stood up during my valedictorian speech to announce her pregnancy. She'd always say, "Some people are meant to shine, others are meant to watch," while staring directly at my mother with this satisfied smile on her face. My mom never fought back and just took it. 8 months ago, I ended my engagement to Ryan after I discovered something that made me physically sick. I found out he was somehow already married, and it destroyed everything I thought I knew about our relationship. I didn't know what was real anymore. Aunt Gracie was there when it happened, and held me while I sobbed on her couch for hours. She kept telling me, "He's complete trash. You deserve so much better than that lying piece of shit," and seemed genuinely angry for me. I showed her all the screenshots and evidence I'd found, and she looked through everything while shaking her head in disgust. She told me to keep all of it because I might need it someday, and she even screenshot everything on her own phone. She was the only family member I trusted with every horrible detail about why I left him. Aunt Gracie posted a photo that changed everything and made me realize what real betrayal felt like. The photo showed Aunt Gracie and Ryan at this fancy rooftop restaurant with her hand on his chest, and both of them grinning like they'd won the lottery. The caption said, "When you know, and my phone literally slipped from my hand when I saw it. The comments started flooding in immediately while I sat there in complete shock. My cousin wrote, "Finally Aunt Gracie gets her happy ending." And my grandmother commented, "He's so handsome." But the one that hurt most was my own mother writing, "You deserve this happiness," with 3 heart emojis. Nobody warned me or checked if I was okay. They all just celebrated while I sat there feeling like I'd been punched in the stomach. Next, Aunt Gracie posted them at my favorite coffee shop at the exact table where Ryan and I had our first date. She captioned it, "He knows all the best spots," and I actually threw up when I saw it. Then came Sunday dinner at my grandmother's house with Ryan sitting in my old chair right next to Grandma where I'd sat for 28 years. She wrote, "Family approved," and tagged everyone except me, and my uncle commented, "Better match than last time," which made me scream into my pillow until my throat hurt. They were literally erasing me from the family like I'd never existed. Aunt Gracie's post kept getting worse as she showed off at the jewelry store with her hand stretched out admiring something sparkly and wrote, "He has such good taste," which made my cousin ask if wedding bells were coming soon. Gracie replied, "Sooner than you think." Then she posted from the park where Ryan had proposed to me, on that exact bench at sunset with, "Some moments are magical," and I knew she was doing this on purpose. My mother texted me, "Please be happy for Aunt Gracie, she deserves love too," and I actually laughed out loud because Aunt Gracie knew exactly what she was doing. The post kept escalating as she bragged about meeting his family who used to call me their daughter, writing, "They already love me," and then posting from a fertility clinic with, "Taking big steps toward our future. He can't wait to be a daddy," which made me want to throw my phone through the window. My best friend finally texted, "Are you seeing this?" And I just replied, "I'm waiting," because I knew the perfect moment would come. When Aunt Gracie posted from the restaurant where I'd confronted Ryan with the caption, "New beginnings," that's when I knew it was time to reveal everything. I commented, "Congrats on dating a married man," and watched the comments go completely silent. Then I added, "His wife is probably wondering where he is right now," and Aunt Gracie started frantically deleting comments, but people were already taking screenshots. A woman named Amanda suddenly appeared in the comments writing, "Ryan, you said you were at a conference," and posted their wedding photo with a marriage certificate dated 6 years ago. She kept posting screenshots of his text from that morning saying, "Love you baby, conference is boring," and everyone could see the timestamps. My grandmother wrote, "Gracie, what have you done?" in all caps, and Aunt Gracie tried to do damage control by commenting, "I didn't know, but I had the receipts ready." I posted the screenshot of Aunt Gracie's own message to me from 8 months ago that said, "At least you found out he was married before the wedding. Thank God for that wife's Facebook page," and the family group chat absolutely exploded. My mother called me immediately with her voice cracking, asking, "Gracie knew?" And I told her she knew about Amanda and the marriage from day one. Amanda kept commenting with more evidence and tagged all of Gracie's friends. Aunt Gracie called me 43 times and then showed up at my apartment at 5 a.m. sobbing and screaming, "You destroyed everything," but I just said, "You knew he was married and you did this to yourself," before closing the door in her face. Gracie always said, "Some people shine, others watch," but now she sits alone at family dinners watching from the corner while everyone pretends she's invisible.